Hi, I'm Lucia Knight, and this is the Joy at Work podcast.
My CV is a mess. All my life, I've made moves that made sense at the time. I've had many successes and some failures. I'm interviewing for new roles, and it just takes too long to explain everything. I'm wasting time and missing out on opportunities. What can I do?
First, let me reassure you, your CV may feel like a mess, and it may indeed be messier than some, but it's your career story. And like any story, it just needs the right setup to get the right people to see the right message. Now, maybe you know that I spent 19 years in recruitment and headhunting. So I have seen tens of thousands of CVs. And I've analysed that there are two broad ways that professionals of our age tend to manage their careers. The first is what I'd call brain or logic career management strategies. These are the people who pick a lane, work really hard, climb a ladder, value security and stability. And when it works, it really works. Their resume or CV looks beautifully linear and dead easy to follow, easy to explain. But when it doesn't work, they become disconnected from how work actually feels and can end up on a treadmill they don't love. Then there's the second approach, body, heart, gut career management strategies. And I think this is where our listener is sitting. This style shows a great deal of dynamism and adaptability. When these people connect deeply with others, they follow those great people into new opportunities and new companies. If something isn't right, they notice quickly and are not afraid of change. So they often have the courage to move on quite quickly. They value meaning, enjoyment, and relationships over security and safety. The downside, there's a downside. In our listener situation, when you're interviewing, your CV or your resume looks a bit messy, but there's an upside. The CV shows adaptability, dynamism, and action towards change. And these are qualities that are like gold dust in today's world of constant change. So what do you do with that in an interview? You don't try to explain every single twist and turn, because that eats up valuable minutes in wasteful ways. Instead, you choose a story that represents your fit and value for that role and that company, the one you're interviewing for. You need a single thread that ties it all together. For example, across all my roles, I've been the person who engineered major change effectively. And when the major change has been implemented and the team has been trained, it's time for me to move on. Or I've always chosen roles where the big challenge suits my deep skills in doing X, Y, Z. Can you see how that shifts the story? Suddenly, your so-called messy CV or resume becomes something so much more personal, where you think through the story you want to tell, the story that highlights exactly what you want to highlight. If the match is right, you get to direct the conversation towards the specific experiences that are relevant to the interviewer, rather than saying, then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. But it will be no surprise to you that that kind of storytelling takes effort on your part. Finding the thread, the through line in your career takes effort. Deciding which experiences you want to direct the interviewer to and why takes preparation. Planning out exactly the best way to explain the best, most relevant moments of your experience takes energy. But done well once, it can be used and refined forever. Next time you're in an interview, don't apologise for your path. Celebrate it. Because what you've got is not a mess. It's a personalised story of the value you can bring to a new company, a new opportunity, or a new challenging situation that shows you at your best, that allows you to share your potential for joyful, valuable work. And when you get to talk about those best experiences, those highlights, they get a little glimpse into you at your best. And they can then imagine you being at your best, solving problems for them in ways that move the needle. Who knows if this will turn out to be the perfect career move, but the chances of making the right decision for them and you increase enormously with this kind of interview preparation. And that sounds like joy at work to me.